أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي كان موجودا قبل حدوث الأشياء ويبقى بعد فناء الأشياء. تفرد بالأولية والقدم ووسم كل شيء ما عداه بالفناء والعدم، كما قال عز شأنه: كل شيء هالك إلا وجهه كل نفس ذائقة الموت. وقال: كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنام، سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قالت فاطمة سيدة نساء العالمين: فجعل الله الإيمان تطهيرا لكم عن الشرك. صلوات. First of all, I would like to extend my congratulations to all of you, my greetings. On this auspicious occasion of the birthday of Sayyidat Nisa al-Alameen, Salamullahi alayha. This Sunday, it is her birthday. And she is not only the greatest lady, but I can say that she is the most important being in this universe. Of course, her father is the greatest creation of Allah, and he is important for us as believers the most after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Janab Sayyida is the one that nobody can even imagine her status and her merits. She's so great. There are so many reasons why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given her such a great status. She is a lady. And I wonder how a mu'min lady can say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't give a status to ladies, while the greatest status and the greatest position that someone is holding in this universe is Janab Sayyida Salamullah alayha. Again, of course, it's not more than her father, but whatever her father is holding as a position from Allah, as merits, as excellence, as whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him, as bounties, the greatest bounty that the Prophet has is herself, Janab Sayyida. And one of the reasons that why the Prophet has such a great status after Allah in this universe, because he is the father of Fatima Zahra Salamullah alayha. This is one of the reasons, not only Risalat. Because being a Rasul, there are so many more Rasuls. There are 313 Rasuls in this world. But he has been given so many special bounties from Allah that no prophet has given. No prophet has been given those bounties. No Rasul, no messenger. One of them is, or the greatest of them is, that he has been given such a great daughter like Fatima, salamullahi alayha. Now, of course, she has so much from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the status she has, and the special merits that Allah and virtues that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given her. There are so many. One of the greatest bounty for a human being anybody can think of is, what is the best thing you can think of as a merit? Ask any human being, what is the best thing you can think? More money, worldly status, or any, political position? What? Fame, name, what? So everybody will agree that the best human virtue is knowledge. Nothing is more than knowledge. And anybody, if he has any status or any reverence or any respect and dignity in the society, is because of his knowledge. Anyone. So knowledge is the best thing anybody can ever achieve. And even Quran is saying that. وَمَنْ يُؤْتَ الْحِكْمَةَ فَقَدْ أُوتِيَ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. Best thing that Allah can give anyone, or Allah gives somebody, is hikmah, wisdom. And whoever has been given the wisdom, he has given goodness in abundance. خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. Now see a lady who is sitting in the house, and apparently she doesn't have the access to those sources of knowledge that other people have. She's not going to the mosque. She's sitting in her house. The Prophet is sitting on the minbar and delivering khutbahs. He is outside the mosque also. She is not with him. And the real source of divine knowledge is Rasul himself. Other people are around him, and they are seeking knowledge from him. She is sitting in her home, her house. And she is not that old. At the time of her death, she was 18 years of old only. 18 years. Nowadays you call her what? Of course, since we respect her very much, so we don't use those words that we use for regular teenage. But she was teenage originally. It is teenage. Teen means 18, 19. It starts from 13, in. She's teen. So, in this age, look her achievements. Look her status. As I said, the best merit is ilm, as knowledge and wisdom. So beside all those great merits that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given her, let's see what is the status of knowledge that she has. What is the position? What is the level of knowledge? And how can somebody even imagine that how can such a lady receives knowledge from whom? Who is the source of knowledge? To answer this question, there are different levels of understanding her. One is for somebody who doesn't know who is she. For him, the answer is that her source of knowledge was exactly the source of knowledge of the Prophet himself. She was receiving the knowledge from Allah directly, through Jibreel, not wahi, of course. Don't call it wahi. There are so many ladies in the Quran mentioned, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned their names, that they were receiving wahi. So no, she was not a prophet at all. Don't get confused. She was not a messenger at all, no. But she was something that she was the condition of prophethood. She was the condition of messengerhood. If somebody doesn't have her, he cannot be a prophet and messenger. And that's why in Hadith we say, Ma'adan Risala. She is the source of Risalat. Ma'adan Risala, not Ma'adan Rasul, Risala. Anybody who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him Risalat and prophethood, he has to know her. So this is for somebody. Okay. Now, if you go into more in-depth recognition of her status, so her source of knowledge, Rasul, of course, himself, the Prophet, was the source of knowledge. Imam Ali was the source of knowledge for her. But there was a source of knowledge that not everybody can imagine. We can just talk about it, but we cannot imagine. And I don't want to make the issues confusing. You know, I always like to speak logically that everybody can understand. But there are certain things, when we speak about Janab Sayyidah, her status is so high. It is hard for us to gauge her status and her situation in the eyes of Allah through our calculations. For example, giving you an example. Look, Hadith Kisa is an authentic hadith. And unfortunately, if some people, they don't understand and they start, speaking such things that is not appropriate, it's so unfortunate if they don't understand her. If you don't understand, we should say, okay, this is our knowledge, and this is our level, and this is our end, where we can go. We cannot just deny the things that we don't understand. This is not scientific, and this is not the academic way. So see, in Hadith Kisa, which is authentic, look the sequence of the narration. It's so amazing, subhanallah. She's saying, it starts with, Dakhala alayya abi Rasulullah. Rasulullah, he entered to my house. Then she gives all the details what happened. Every single detail of what happened, who came, who said salam, then what was the answer, wa alayka salam, and every single detail. And then everybody went and, under the kisa, and they gather under kisa, and whatever she can, see, she gave the details of it in this hadith. Until she reaches to the point when everybody gathers under the kisa. Now she continues this narration. She is narrating the hadith. Right? She is narrating. Until she reaches to the point when everybody gathers under the kisa, and the Prophet holds the two sides of kisa and says, Allahumma inna haula ahlul bayti, Allah, these are my ahlul bayt. And then he continues, and then he asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send his blessing on them. Until here, it makes sense. Why? Because apparently for apparent people who have just the ability to see something which is visible. So she says until here that this happened. What happened after this? Look, when you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, give me this, okay, I can see, okay, this person was asking Allah, and he was saying this, this was his dua. This is my end, this is my limit. That's it. More than this, I cannot see anything else. I can see that you asking, you raising your hand, asking Allah. I can narrate your words. I can hear your words. But after this dua, you addressing whom? You addressing Allah. Allah is not visible. When Allah gives you the answer, you cannot hear the answer of Allah. So I don't know, nobody can say that what happens after the dua goes up and you addressing. So when you talk to two people are talking, one is saying something, the other person is answering, I can hear both of them, I can look to both of them and I can narrate the story and say, he said this and he said this. But if someone is invisible and someone is visible, how can I narrate both of them? Janab Sayyida, look, is here, then she says, when the Prophet said, Ya Allah, do this, immediately she says, then Allah said, Ya malaikati wa sukkan samawati. So she is giving the news of heavens. And she is sitting on the earth. So this is, of course, not for, as I said earlier, this is not for everybody. Not everybody can understand this status of Janab Sayyida. Many people get confused. What? Janab Sayyida? She did not say, look, Jabir was not there. Jabir ibn Abdullah. Was there he? No, he wasn't there. So what he said, and Fatima, he said, I was not there. I'm listening from the one who was there. And she was Fatima. So Fatima salamullah alayha, she narrated what she saw around her, in her house. Yes, she had the right to do so. But then she suddenly says, then Allah said this. But she did not say, my father told me, Jibreel told me. She is narrating this directly. This is the knowledge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given her. It means she had the vision that was sitting on the earth, but she was looking to the skies and to the heavens. And she had the knowledge of what is going on in the heavens. And she has the knowledge what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is answering you. Who given this status? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given her this status. So this is amazing, really. Look, she goes, Rasulullah came, he said salam, I said wa alaikum salam, Imam Hassan came, then Imam Hussein came, everybody saying salam, I'm saying alaykum salam, they gathered, and then Rasulullah said, Ya Allah, and then Allah said, yes, I'm going to send my blessing on them. إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. So there are so many such examples in her history, in her lifetime, that no ordinary person can comprehend the status of Janab Sayyida Salamullah alayhi. To make it easy for people, to make it easy for people, our A'imma alayhi salam is fine, बैठे इधर आइए, कोई जगह किसी की मखसूस नहीं, बैठ जाएं नहीं, जब आएंगे तो हट जाएंगे, बैठ जाइए. जब आ जाए मौलाना तो उनके एहतराम में कोई शख्स भी हट जाए सामने से, कोई बात नहीं. So this is the status of Janab Sayyida. To make it easy, what our Aimma have told us, although it is not easy for everybody again, told us that, look, we are the proof of Allah, Hujjatullah on people. And she is Hujjatullah on us. Amazing. She is Hujjatullah on us. Hujjat means proof. Allah will ask us, did you do your job that that I, as your Lord, had given you? Do this, don't do this, did you do it? We will say, yes, Ya Allah, or no, Ya Allah. We cannot say, how can we do it, Ya Allah? We didn't receive your message. Allah will say, yes, I sent my message to Rasulullah, and I gave you the message through Imams. They are my proof. So Allah's proof is Imams. Allah will give us as a proof, Imam. That's what called Hujjat. Now for Imams, Allah is going to ask everybody, even the Anbiya and Mursaleen, everyone. Did you do your job? Yes. What is the Hujjat? Fatima al-Zahra salamullah alayhi. Why Allah is asking them? Because Allah has given them Fatima as a proof. Fatima resembles, or Fatima represents Ismat. Ismat Kubra. The great Isma. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given Fatima to Ahlul Bayt, means given Ismat to Ahlul Bayt. So there's something that not easy for regular people to understand. For regular people, even very simple for them is that she is daughter of Rasulullah. This is high status, I said, for those who know Rasulullah, who know Ahlul Bayt, who know Allah, who have good, understanding of Islam. For them, for regular people who know only, just relationship, for them also, who is Fatima? She is the daughter of Rasulullah. For greater people, Allah doesn't say she is daughter of Rasulullah. No, Allah says Rasulullah is the father of Fatima. This is for higher people. But for regular people, she is daughter of Rasulullah. And she is the only daughter of Rasulullah. And to even introduce her, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send the ayah mubahila. She is the Fatima. She is the only one. She is the only Siddiqa. Now think about the people who disrespected her. And now you have to, everybody should appreciate the followers of Ahlul Bayt. The people who love Janab Sayyida and who follow Janab Sayyida. People should appreciate their patience and their tolerance. How I can challenge, there is no nation in the world is more tolerant than Shias. They are so tolerant that they don't mention the name of the killer of Janab Sayyida, this great lady who we respect her to this extent. But we know her killer. And the history is the proof that who killed her, who disrespected her, who, did so much wrong. We know him. Everybody knows him. But we don't take the name. Why? Because we are tolerant people. Such tolerant. The people who killed her, they call us kafir. Come on. They call us kafir. Why we are kafir? Because we don't call the people who are really kafir a kafir. You don't call them kafir. Who really they are kafir. Why? Because tolerance is part of Islamic creed and akhlaq. But we should let our kids know the status of Janab Sayyida. Let our kids know the people who are enemy of Janab Sayyida. Let us, with logic, not just emotionally, logically, with proofs, that she was part of Rasul. Anybody who wrongs her, he wrongs Rasul. Bid'atun minni, and this is in Bukhari, Ba'da Kitab al-Bari. And this such a book, it says that Rasulullah said, Man aghdabaha faqad aghdabani. Whoever makes her unhappy, he makes me unhappy. أغضبها, and he used the word غضب, أغضبها. And now you are going to read Salat right now. And in Salat you say, غير المغضوب عليهم. We don't like the people upon whom there is ghadab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ghadab, Allah's wrath. So what is the wrath? Rasulullah said, who causes wrath of Fatima? He causes my wrath. And who causes my wrath? He causes Allah's wrath. So whoever caused any kind of wrath from Fatima salamullah alayha, he is maghdubi alayhim. And we always in our salat, we announce our disassociation with them who did any wrong with Janab Sayyidah salamullah alayha, and we have no compromise with such people. But yes, we are tolerant, we are sabir, we are patient, and inshallah someday will come when the warith of Janab Sayyidah salamullah alayha will come. And he is going to bring all of them to justice, real justice, inshallah, and we will see that justice, and justice will prevail, and love of Ahlul Bayt, inshallah, will prevail. Real Islam will prevail. Janab Sayyidah salamullah alayha is our iman, she is our aqidah, and as I said, again, we have to let our kids know this status of Janab Sayyidah and get closer. As you get closer to Janab Sayyidah, you get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your akhlaq, your iman, your amal, your aqidah, everything gets better and better and better, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala count us among the servants of Janab Sayyidah salamullah alayhi. Inna ahsan al-hadith wa ablagha al-mu'adh kitab Allah, a'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan ar-rajim. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر